Namaskar, greetings, and gratitude. I welcome you all to another inspirational Star Talks episode number 98. And today, with me on the hot seat is Miss Shweta Modi. How are you, Shweta?
Hi Preeti, I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Thank you so much. Shweta Modi has a startup in the name of Swastha, which is for the elderly care. She is the ex director, Global Business Services. She has worked with Amazon. She's a master, black belt, lean practitioner, customer experience professional. She's a process excellence expert. This is so good.
Thank
And
you.
and you are doing Swastha now. So tell us something about Swastha.
Sure. First of all, thank you for having me here, Preeti. Swastha, first of all, comes from the word swasth. And this is a startup which is dedicated to redefining the way we take care of our elders today. So, in Swastha, what we've done is we've provided a holistic platform for the elders in case if there is any kind of support that the elders need, be it with respect to any kind of physical needs or even emotional well-being, is where Swastha steps in. So we have identified and recruited some trained caregivers who basically support the elders who've got some, let's say, physical ailments and they need some full time support or even for part time to take care of their hygiene, medicine management, vital signs, mobility issues, feeding, or anything with respect to daily living assistance. The second aspect of Swastha is about emotional well being, as I said, where it's more to do with providing companionship. Now, what happens here is that these caregivers are not just the paramedical staff, but also some people like us who have volunteered to support the seniors. And they go and visit these seniors. They spend some quality time with them, finish their errands, take them out for a walk, take them to the hospital. If they need to go to a temple or do some social engagements, is where Swastha steps in. So Swastha is kind of a tribute to my own parents and all the elders who basically need support today. And also people like us who are very, very busy these days and really need a helping hand to take care of the elders of our parents when we are not able to.
Wonderful, wonderful. What a beautiful act that you're doing. That's so beautiful. Beautiful tribute to your parents, I must say. So, Shweta, I really want to know when does a caregiver becomes care ready?
Right. So, first of all, at Swastha, we understand that caregiving isn't easy. So, it's not like a domestic help. Like, I fully respect the work the domestic help does, but the point here is more to do with the kind of support that these elders need with respect to their emotional well-being. So these caregivers, we provide them not only professional skills that they have. Just wanted to add here that these caregivers, they have undergone a 3 months training program with these specific institutes. There's a course called GDA, which is called General Duty Assistant. And in this course, some of the very recognized institutes like Ambuja Foundations, which is a part of the Adani Group, and many others who've stepped in and they provide this training on the curriculum of GDA to these staff members who are underprivileged. So they are above 18, but they come from underprivileged families. So they undergo this training for 3 months. And then after that, we basically bring them on board. After we bring them on board, we conduct this 3 days program in which we provide additional training, which is to do with empathy, caregiving, compassion, communication skills. We have a lot of industry experts and also seniors who have joined hands with us. And these, faculty basically is teaching these kids, so to say, in caregiving aspects. So what we are doing is we are covering all angles from which an elderly would need support. So it's not just physical, but also to do with emotional well-being.
Beautiful, beautiful, wonderful. I'm saying again and again, and really you are doing a great job. Wonderful, wonderful. So, can you throw some light on the inspiration behind Swastha?
Of course, as I started my introduction by saying that Swastha is a kind of a tribute to my parents, I'll give a backstory behind it. In 2020, unfortunately, my father suffered stroke, and we were during the bad days of COVID. All of us were actually struggling. I didn't know anything about caregiving or attendance till then because I never faced any kind of such an issue. So when my father got a stroke, we had to arrange for an attendant overnight. Like a typical agency, we also basically reached out to them. When we got these caregivers, we understood that these folks are not really trained. If they are trained, then they don't have that compassion. Most importantly, they do not basically work to make the patient or the elders healthier, but it's just to make their life easier or stable. And my mother, who basically was a housewife till then, became the primary caregiver of my father, and she started providing the support to these attendants, teaching them what to do. And a lot of her own work, which was to do with banking or taking her out for finishing some errands, were put on hold because I was not there. My brother was not able to support because of our busy lives. Hence, we thought of this that we should start something where we are able to give this support to the elders. And when I reached out to a lot of my friends, we did a survey to about 250, 300 odd people, and we understood that this problem is not unique. It's like everybody is facing it, and we need to come up with a more flexible and more structured way of how we take care of our elders. So that is why the biggest thing that we have come up with in the Swastha framework is that we do not have any fixed timelines for which we will provide you support. So if you want to call us for only 2 hours, we will give you support for 2 hours. If you want for 24 hours, we will give you for 24 hours. You need it for a day, we give you for a day. So that's how it is. So inspiration behind Swastha is basically my parents, as I said, but it's also to do with a lot of us, people like us, who want to give the best to our parents because they have done the best for us. So that's where Swastha pitches in. And in February 2025 is when we launched it. Right now we are serving in Jaipur and Gurgaon, expanding to Delhi, and hopefully one day to Pan India.
Wonderful, wonderful, beautiful thought process, I must say. Yes. We are so much occupied and cannot see our parents. That's the sad
Right.
part of it. Yeah. Thank you. Wonderful, wonderful. So, you mentioned that you are taking care of the emotional health as well.
Yeah.
Can you throw some more light? How do you are like? I understand you are giving companionship, but when it comes to physical and emotional health care, tell me something more about it.
Absolutely. So I'll give you some stats around it. In India, nearly 40% of the elders are reporting loneliness, and 55% of them are frequently reporting it. The figures in rural areas is up to 65%. And the reason is just because the families have turned nuclear, the kids have gone out to work, even if they are living in the same city or even in the same house, then also it is not as easy as it was when we were living in joint families. So, what we realized is that it's not about just physical well being for the elders that we should focus on. Even the place where I stay, I saw many elders walking alone, sitting alone, and trying to make a conversation with the folks who were walking by. That made me realize that it's not just about the physical well-being, but let's start something which is to do with companionship, and in which people like us steps in. They sit with these folks, try to have a common topic to talk about. So from where we start is we understand the background of the elders, what they have done in their lives before they got retired, what exactly were their aspirations, what do they enjoy, and that is based on because obviously they will have their own likings, and also they must have done something very good in their life which they would want to share with somebody, and mostly to unknown because they might not know. So while we know the story from their families, we kind of go back to the elders and talk about the same. uh, our caregivers, do a lot of homework before they actually go and meet these seniors for companionship. They actually learn a lot about the topic, and it's kind of dual. So we have a lot of companions. We call them sangi sathis. So these companions are just college students or just passed out from college and doing their first job. The learning is mutual. So we tell them that, sir has been in the banking profession, he's been CA, or ma'am has been a doctor, she knows a lot about any kind of particular disease, so you should go and talk about it. They do say some homework, and then that's where the conversation starts. That is how it's like a two-way learning that has happened so far. One just example that I would like to share, Preeti, touches my heart, that one of the seniors, when we started this, he basically had some physical issues, and because of some emotional trauma, had lost that interest in life and stopped walking completely. Their children reached out to us. They are not living in the same city, as I said. And they asked us just to bring that confidence back in him so that he can start walking. The first day was bad because uncle was not open with us. And the second day, he started taking some steps. I'm so happy to share that it's been 6 months. Every day he walks 2 kilometers. Our caregiver is just walking behind just to give that confidence. So that is where the emotional well-being of the elders comes in picture.
Wow, this is so nice, so beautiful. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
So, Shweta, you have earned many awards as the Business Enabler of the Year and Above and Beyond Call of Duty Award. Tell us something about these awards.
Yeah, sure. So before I started Swastha, I've spent about more than 2 decades in corporate world. So as you were also giving my introduction, that I've worked in process excellence and customer experience field. In one of my organizations, my first project was to reduce the turnaround time of refunds, which is a very, very major issue for any of the customers as well as for the organization. And the idea was that we do something new and innovative. And it's not just about reducing the turnaround time, but doing it in a unique way. And when we started working on the project, the idea was that we will bring it down, let's say from 20% to about 70%. When we started looking at the process, we identified there were a lot of automation opportunities and other aspects where we actually could bypass some of the basic rules, so to say. And we are so glad that we closed it at 99%. And more importantly, it came in the business standard, article, as well as it was also showcased as an ad in the TV, as commercial. This was just a beginning because my team, who were basically standing with me in this, understood that the real idea is to give to the customers, and customer comes first. So irrespective of what the organization gives, it's more to do with customers. And that is where the award started coming in, above and beyond call of the duty or any kind of business enablers award. I would definitely say that it was not just one man show. It is just not me. It's just that the team worked together on a common goal, and we achieved customer first as a vision. I truly feel very proud to say that that mantra has stayed with me, and even in Swastha, it's about customer first. So that is where the awards came in. Rewards is just kind of a recognition, but definitely it helps us to do much better and motivates us to do more than what
Wonderful,
we are doing today.
wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So, what challenges have you faced being a woman leader, and how do you overcome them? Having a corporate experience with 23 years now and a CEO of startup, do you see these challenges? Are they less or different in any way?
Okay, so I'll start with my corporate life. So, a women leader in corporate these days is not that difficult because we see every 3 or 4 women sitting in the boardroom. There are a lot of CEOs that exist. I'm talking about a stage when I actually became a leader, which is about 10 years back. I had to speak or prove myself twice sitting in that room if I had to make a point. Even if I made a point, it was difficult for me to prove that I can do it. After I delivered result, the opportunity will knock twice, not really sure. So that is where the challenges started coming in. But I guess the end result was about delivering. So if you deliver the results, if you basically, as I told you, that it's about believing in the team. So if you bring the team along, that is where those challenges started reducing. So it wasn't easy. I also have had a FOMO, you can say, fear of missing out, when I was not able to attend some evening gossips where people more discuss about the projects. But I think it was more to do with my own apprehension about things and my own thoughts about it, that I'm missing on it, but there was nothing like that. So I had to build that confidence in myself more, that I'm being heard and I am delivering. I don't have to prove twice. So that's about the corporate part of it. But if you come towards, Swastha, where I've become the co-founder, the challenges are a little different now. It's not about proving myself to be a women leader. It's more to do with proving myself, or my idea rather, whether it is something that where I will be able to do, better, or it's an idea where people can actually vouch for. So the challenges have become different. A little bit of it from a women's standpoint. What happens is when I generally do not introduce myself and talk to someone, they somehow do not take me very, they are more about casual about a woman talking, right? So but when I introduce myself, so then they're like, okay, you are the co-founder and CEO. So then they start taking me a little more professional. So that is where I guess the challenges are different. One thing that I've learned is, if you keep delivering results and keep believing on yourself, whether it is corporate or on own startup or anything for that matter, you have to build that confidence in yourself. Nobody is going to come over and say, you ask things for yourself. If you don't like it, say upfront that I don't like it. Give your opinion. Nobody stops you from giving opinion about things. The fear is more in ourselves, and that is what I feel that we should overcome it.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. This is so good, and I'm really, really so impressed with your startup, your thoughts, beautiful thoughts. So, Swastha has a long way to go, and I'm sure we will see you pan India because everybody
Thank,
wants this. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you so much, Shweta, for coming to the Startups today.
thank you so much for having me, Preeti. And I wish you all the best for your future episodes as well. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you, my dear audience. I will come back with another personality who has inspired my life. Thank you for being with us in this lovely conversation today. Thank you. Good
Thank
day.
you.
Bye bye.